Hey guys, Coaster Zone here, and today I have a great coaster SmackDown. It was actually recommended by a fan. It is Maverick at Cedar Point versus Fahrenheit at Hershey Park. Now, I am very excited for this coaster SmackDown because I know it's going to be a great one. It's going to come down to the wire. So, let's get right into it. Okay, so our first category is not a strong suit for either coaster in this coaster SmackDown. This is the height category. Now, Maverick comes in with the height of 105 feet, earning it a .69 out of 3. Okay, so Fahrenheit comes in a little bit taller than Maverick at 121 feet, but not too much taller, earning it a .81 out of 3. Okay, next up is the speed category, and Maverick actually picks up some pretty good speed because of that launch halfway through the ride. And that launch gets it up to 70 miles per hour, earning it a .41 out of 3. Okay, now for the speed for Fahrenheit, this is another category in the stats that Fahrenheit does not do very well. It hits a top speed of 58 miles per hour. That's a little bit below the middle of the road, earning it a .11 out of 3. Okay, now this is the first non-stat category, and it's probably the most popular category between these two roller coasters. It is the drop. Maverick has a drop of 100 feet, where it reaches a maximum angle of descent of 95 degrees. This is such a great drop. It is going to get a 2.8 out of 3. Now for the drop category for Fahrenheit, the drop on this ride is pretty much the feature of it. Everyone looks at this ride and it's like, oh my god, look at that drop. The GP goes nuts over it. They're all like, oh my god, this is crazy. I'm going to give it a 2.9 out of 3. You can't really get much cooler of a drop than this, even though it's not the greatest out there. Now here comes the inversion category. Now this category is all of the inversions together, not just how good the inversions are. Now, Maverick has these two inversions. You can see them both in this picture, and they're both very intense. But since it only has those two inversions, I'm going to give it a 1.8 out of 3. But remember, these inversions are still very, very good. Okay, now for Fahrenheit's inversions, I will be giving it a 2 out of 3. And this is because it has a lot of inversions. But see, it actually has 6 of them. But the inversions on Fahrenheit, they're just like, they're not as unique or good as the ones on Maverick. They're not as intense, and you have the Cobra roll and a lot of other just normal elements. So it's nothing too special, but still good. That got 2 out of 3. Still good. Now here comes the category that Maverick is really going to run away with it here. This is the intensity category. Now Maverick is known to be a crazy intense ride, and just to be just great because of the intensity. It stays low to the ground. It doesn't rely on going high up or anything like that. It is absolutely fantastic. 3 out of 3, hands down. This is seriously so intense. Okay, now we're at Fahrenheit's intensity here. Now this ride isn't really known to be as intense as Maverick. See, it's much more fun than intense. But see, the thing with this ride is, though, that it's so compact, and all the inversions are packed right in next to each other, that it causes for really rapid-fire transitions, causing it to provide a somewhat intense ride. So I'll give it a 1.5 out of 3 just for that. But, I mean, the elements itself are not too intense. Okay, so the last category here was assigned specifically for these two roller coasters. It is the lift hill category. As I'm sure many of you know, both these rides have very unique lift hills. Maverick's lift hill actually is an LSM lift hill. Some people consider it a launch. Some people just consider it a unique lift hill. Whatever you call it, you gotta admit, it's very cool. And it goes and gets you much more speed than the ordinary chain lift. Earning it a 3 out of 3 just because of the uniqueness of it. Okay, Fahrenheit has that very cool vertical lift hill, earning a 2.9 out. Okay, that will wrap up this coaster countdown. The winner, winning 2.11 to 1.87, is Maverick at Cedar Point. Now, congratulations to Maverick. These are both great rides. And before this video ends, I'd like to give a shout out to the fan who suggested this Coast of SmackDown. And remember, you can suggest Coast of SmackDowns too in the comments section. Till next time, Coach Jones out of here.